Okay, let's record. So we'll start standing, although you could sit if from some reason that's your preference. I'll just make it a little more light. I hope you guys see me through all the sunshine. So let's just start by finding a nice mountain pose. Mountain pose is a yoga pose, just nice tall posture. So if it's okay with you, close your eyes so you can really focus on the sensation in your feet. But otherwise just soft gaze and really try to focus into your feet. And then maybe rock side to side a few times. Notice how you transfer that weight. And then rock back and forth from the heel towards the toes. And then so try to shift your weight a little bit more towards the front. And you'll see that your toes are sort of kind of gripping and you can't really free them. Maybe you can lift them, but it takes more time, more effort. So try to really distribute the weight evenly between the heel, to really ground through the heel. And then see if you can lift the toes up and down a few times. So press down through the ball of the foot, but lift the toes. I'll just make sure my AirPods are connected. Oh yeah. All right, so just lifting the toes up and down. You can look down, you know, sometimes it takes a little bit time to, or for the brain, it just takes a little bit of connecting to those muscles. We're gonna try something hard now. And you might feel that it's easier on one foot, but you're gonna try to lift just the big toe. So press down through the rest of the toes and lift the big toe up, at least a little bit. And release, and then we'll reverse it. So press down through that big toe and lift the rest of the toes. Great. Okay, and then let's put the ball under the foot. And let's really roll front and back. Don't be afraid to put some pressure, of course, unless it hurts, but rolling all the way to the end of the heel and all the way under the toes. You know, hold on to something just so you can focus on that. Nice. So get it to all those tissues. There's some muscles, the fascia. And then try side to side. So put it in the arch and go side to side. You might have to chase it a little. Ooh. Oh, goodness. All right, and then put the ball just where your heel ends, like right here, where it starts, connects to the arch. And so try to put the heel down, the end of the heel down, and sort of drape your foot over it. And you can decide how much pressure you put on it by bringing this foot a little closer for more pressure, or, you know, leaning a little bit away from it. Good. All right, and then just try to compare the 2 feet. One is not rolled yet. To see if you can feel the left foot a little bit better. Just connect to all the sensations in the foot. And then we'll do the other side. So first rolling front and back. Now, this is a great practice to do every day, you know, for a couple of minutes, each foot. It really gets into the fascia, so it's a good prevention for. I don't know if you guys ever had plantar fasciitis. I haven't, but I know it's pretty painful. I've heard. So this is a good practice to avoid tightening of the fascia. And if you tend to have some cramping in the foot, it should also be your daily practice. I know it's another should, but it kind of feels good. So that's your reward. All right, and then let's go side to side. Ooh. Good, and then drape over the ball. So put it where the heel connects to the arch. And then put as much pressure as you want on the foot. And breathe. Sometimes, you know, with this self-massage, if you get into a painful spot, you sort of stop breathing. So make sure you're breathing. Good. And then we're gonna come up on the tiptoes. And you're gonna hold on. We're gonna try to come down really slowly. So you're up and then slowly you're lowering the heels down, very, very slowly. And up. And this is even better if you can stand on a step, maybe like the last one, so you don't fall backwards, or sometimes you could do it with a yoga block, but it has to be a sturdy block. And then, so this is called eccentric strengthening, where you're slowing down that descent. Good. And then let's try the same thing, but holding the ball just below the ankle bones. So you're gonna be squeezing it between your feet. And then again, feel free to hold on. And you're gonna come up and down. Really ground through that big toe. Oh, hi, David. Yeah, you could probably do it in the chair too. Just try to, you're also gonna probably feel the inner thighs as you try to squeeze that ball between your ankles. Great. Nice. And then let's explore sort of this movement. So it's called pronation and supination. So pronation is when you roll in like this, and supination when you roll out. So try that, and try really to start the movement around the ankle mostly, not moving the whole leg. Try to isolate it as much as you can into that ankle. And notice which movement is harder for you. So for example, on this foot, I have the tendency to overpronate. So, you know, when I walk, I sort of do this. Some people have the opposite. So try to find that medium golden way between pronation and supination, where the arch is a little bit lifted. And if you have flat feet, then it's going to be hard. But if you want to feel that arch, lift the toes again, and then you'll feel the muscles in the arch sort of lifting and contracting and lifting the arch. Good, and then let's try the other foot too. Again, every foot can be different. So pronate and supinate. Good. And then again, lift the toes a few times and feel the activation in the arch. Good. And then to stand with your feet planted, grounding. And then, it's all very subtle, but if you lift, so let's say we're doing the mountain pose where you're really grounding through the feet, but lifting up as well for a nice tall posture, you might feel that the arches sort of lift too. So your inner belly lifts, your maybe your pelvic floor lifts a little bit. So maybe try to close your eyes and feel that lift. It's a really nice active posture. Good. All right. And then let's add some arm movement, so arms up. And then bend your knees, send the hips back and arms back. And inhale up. And exhale. Inhale, straighten those knees here. And exhale, bend those knees. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Nice. And then we'll work on pushing off, which happens when you're walking, right? You push off with those back toes. So try to really push off several times. You can hold on. You're worried about balance. And focus on that sensation of the push off, the engagement of the glute. And really lift that heel up high all the way to the ball of the foot. Good. And then bend that back leg and send the hips backwards and lift the toes on the front foot. And this leg is straight. You might feel a stretch in the calf. Stay here for a few breaths. Good. And then let's switch sides. So first, the push off. So lift that heel and go all the way to the end of that big toe, as if you were walking. You could even try to come off the floor a little bit without losing weight, balance, hopefully. So the big toe, the muscles and the fascia from the big toe connects to the posterior chain of muscles and fascia, so all the way up to your glutes. So it's really important that you involve that big toe in the push off, so that the chain can come all the way up into your glute. So maybe take a few steps and try it, really pushing off while you walk normally. And you can also focus on planting the heel first and try to plant maybe not like the end of the heel, but the whole heel down actually. So you're not like hitting just here, but here, so it's more natural. And then push off with those toes. But there's a little bit of a lift of those toes as you plant the heel. to avoid that shuffle. Good. All right. Okay, so let's get moving. We just worked on our base. So let's use that base for some quicker movement. Okay, Andy. Oh yes, we forgot that stretch on the other side, right? This one. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you can do the stretch. Oh yeah, and I need to